All right, so core transitions, this is something that we wanted to also talk to you guys about because it's a little different. Often yoga instruction is given backwards, going for the stretch or full expression of the pose. And for example, and this is kind of just a common way that we've kind of all been taught in the first place, classically. So we're moving into this way from, like, let's say warrior 2 to triangle pose. What happens first? Reach, find something. Okay, probably it's the leg at this point because it's very challenging. Now once we're here, we're in a very stretched out expression, spine, leg, arm, and then we're trying to make students go back to the hips, which are more or less pretty frozen here, more than they would be otherwise, to try to work back into that core connection while we're expressed, which is very challenging to do. So instead, I do some things up here, but generally I take my Trikonasana, I place the foundation, the fingertips down, the floor block if the person's very tight, or even up here is fine. And we back off from full expression until we take foundation and then core connection. Because the pelvis is so much more movable down here, and if we're talking about yoga really being in the spine, which I think most stylists can agree on, then we don't want to go for these extremities to be in full expression first and then work on the main point of the yoga posture, which is the energetic and physical health and flow of the spine. So I might do something like foundation here, work them into the leg positioning, make a little space there, take the leg bones back, and then work that pelvis into alignment. So hip crests move back, navel activates, mula bandha, low back and sacrum is healthy. And then expanding from there, what the ribs, the second you open the heart, you're going to puff out through that rib cage and press forward. So can we keep that same core consciousness where we're drawing the navel in, we're keeping the ribs aligned with the pelvis, and then we spread the heart open. And then lightly the full expression can happen. And then let's see where the leg goes last. Because what's more important, a healthy open spine, moving energy properly, or the totally straight leg? And if we know that this is to us a higher priority, then why are we rushing towards this at all costs? So try, to think about that when you teach. How can you go floor, core, express, then let's hit the edge without losing it? Because a lot of people from here, you get this all nicely aligned, and then they'll stretch, they'll get that leg straight, and they'll lose the spine. And we see it all the time in something like our forward, right? Bend the knees, everything is open, you're moving into your alignment, and then this happens. See if you can stretch the legs straight, and then people will just come out of this nice spinal alignment, or to take a seated forward bend, for example. So it's kind of an opposite, I draw it back into that same order, that foundation, core, expression, and then I circle back again.